Hello parents, it's Mrs. Walsh again. Thank you for taking the trouble to watch my video. I'm going to summarise what was in our school newsletter on the 2nd of October for you. First of all, it was a huge thank you for you all for following all of our social distancing measures, for making sure that you're washing your hands before you come to school, that you're socially distancing from other parents, making sure that you're at least 1 metre apart, making sure that you're still wearing the face mask. I would like to ask you to make sure, if your child is ill, to phone before 9:15 in the morning, because at the moment Mrs. Adams and myself are spending over an hour phoning parents to find out why their children are ill, so that we can manage that risk really effectively for everyone. As I've said previously, normally we would be doing workshops in the school hall. We're unable to do that, so what I'm trying to do is put some tutorials on this website so that you can help yourselves to pick in and out of those tutorials to help you support your children while at home. My first tutorial was how to read a book with no words, looking at the different skills that the children can pick up from your modelling of those basic sentences to tell a story. I'm also going to do the next video is to look at how we start blending words together for children in nursery and then obviously in reception. You can find those videos in the parent section of our school website under Mrs. Walsh's workshops. We're also now thinking about parents' evenings and making sure that you can have a discussion with your child's teacher. We won't be able to do those in school, so we are looking at setting up telephone conversations with you, so you will have more information on that before the end of half term. By now you should have received your child's login details for Purple Mash and Rising Stars Reading. They're both the same for both programmes. Purple Mash is where you will find your children's homework, and Rising Stars Reading is the virtual book bag with all the books in that your children should be reading and practicing at home. So please, if you are finding it hard to log on, please send an email to the class teacher or talk to the class teacher to enable us to help you. The government now require us to have online teaching, so it's really important that you all manage to log on, and if you need any assistance, please call school. In addition to that, we also need to prepare you in case your class go into self-isolation. It's important to say that if the classes are sent home, it isn't a holiday. The children still need to be learning at home, so we need to try and enable that to happen and support you to be able to do that. Normally at this time of the year we would be celebrating the World Harvest with a large assembly in the hall. Again, we aren't able to do this, but the Welsh Street Food Bank have asked if we would still make our donations to them. So we're asking the week beginning the 12th of October for you to send in tinned or packeted food in support of this charity. In addition to this, our second charity is Black Country Women's Aid. During the pandemic, domestic violence has been highlighted as rising, so we would like to support a local charity that supports people in need. So we're asking the children to wear purple on the 23rd of October, and also for families to make a donation of £1 via our new online payment system that will be up and running shortly. It seems a long time ago at the start of September, but finally everybody is now in school full time. Please check on the gates and the windows for the exact times that your children are required to be in school and collected. Those times will now stay the same until December, when we will then reflect to see where the pandemic is and whether we still need to be socially distancing. I want to say a huge thank you to the parents who are recognising those COVID symptoms early and are actioning and getting tests for their children and being really supportive of the school. To remind you, those 3 symptoms are the persistent cough, a temperature of over 37.8 and a loss of taste and smell. If your child is having other symptoms, just call school so that we know what those symptoms are, and Mrs. Adams and myself will call you if we need more information to support you. With regard to COVID testing, we do need to know if anyone in the household is experiencing any symptoms or has had a test. If that is the case, the children at school need to stay off until you've had that result of the test, and then you notify myself or Mrs. Adams, and we will talk through whether the children can then come back to school. The full newsletter is available in our newsletter section, and I hope it's been useful to have this video summary.